Please take a moment to breathe calmly and center yourself. You will soon swap bodies with someone else. Try to synchronize with the movements you see and direct them at the same time. Feel free to explore your new body.
Do we understand empathy as something that relates to our agency over a situation? Does it propel us to action? How can we reorient the use of technology for something more critical, something more human, something more focused on real reality as opposed to virtual? I originally studied music technology, and my art practice focused on that mostly. I moved to Barcelona to go study a master's program in cognitive science and interaction design, and it was through that program that I ended up getting into using virtual reality mostly for rehabilitation. So I'm part of a collective called BeAnotherLab. There was a lot of us who came from very different creative backgrounds, looking to share the skill sets that we had and create work. For the collective, the potential wasn't so much, let's say, virtual reality as embodiment research, which is how your mind makes sense of locating yourself in your body and how that can be explored or hacked or displaced through the use of virtual reality. So our interest in virtual reality was particularly how it relates to your sensory perception. So the Machine to Be Another is a collection of technology and protocols for stepping into someone else's shoes. So to achieve that, we use different techniques from cognitive science, virtual reality equipment, different protocols of interaction, as well as narratives. We have two users that sit opposite each other. Their view of each other is occluded. We have them don the virtual reality headsets, which basically displays them some instructions saying just to try to synchronize your movements. And as they match each other's movements, it's very intuitive. They have this sensation of inhabiting the other person's body. So one of the main aspects of our work is facilitating the use of this technology by other groups of people. So we would present this technology as a toolkit that they can use to tell their own story. So we've explored issues of gender identity, we've explored issues of functional diversity, racism. You're not just listening to a story, you're not just reading a story or watching a story, you're experiencing it with your whole body. So in a way it's a lot deeper, it's a lot more intimate, and it provides a real encounter, let's say, between people. So over the last year, we've been working with FACT and two different schools here in Liverpool. And we've been able to explore with the kids their issues such as their own identity, their own engagement with technology, how they see the technology going in the future. The whole thing that's led the project is this process of co-design, where we've let the kids lead in terms of directing what they want to use it for and how they want to go about doing things and responding to them.
I work in the FACT lab, and my job as a learning technologist is to design and deliver a lot of the educational activities that FACT runs in schools, particularly with young people. When I first met Christian, he swapped my bodies with someone else, which was just mind-blowing and incredible and kind of gets you. As the artist, he brings the creative vision, he brings this incredible machine, and it was my job to help him devise a set of creative activities and learning activities for young people in schools to do so that we could turn this incredible body swap experience into a space for young people to learn and explore who they are.
Can VR teach empathy? There's definitely something about the experience itself that can change your perception about yourself, about others. But I think for us, it's not so much about the technology itself, it's what context you're using it in and what happens after the technology is introduced. It's almost absurd that we've come to the point where we need devices like this to teach us to look at the world from a different perspective than our own. I don't think that technology itself has any emancipatory power for human beings or anything like this. Rather, finding that people are going to engage with it regardless, how can we engage with it in a way that's critical and redirect the focus of it towards something that's a bit more human, a bit more real, a bit more tactile?
Hyundai Motor, connecting art and technology.